Hi my little Brushflies, welcome back to my channel, Brushfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercedes, the face behind Brushfly MUA. If you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you're not, welcome back. So today's video is maybe a vlogmas video, or maybe just before. Maybe I'll do it just before because this offer does run out soon. So if you're wondering, I have a new No7 eye and face palette to play with today, and like I said, it's on offer. So currently in Boots stores, at the No7 counter, if you have a voucher, you can get like £10 off No7 products if you buy two. But at the same time, if you buy two No7 products, you can get this freebie, which is worth £35. So it's definitely looking very cute. And say if you needed some No7 products and you're struggling a little bit for money, you could maybe buy these and then, or you know, buy a couple of products and then keep this as like a gift for someone. It is worth £35, so you know, it's a nice gift. Yes, you've got it for free, but everyone knows money is tight at the minute. So I mean, I would be really happy to receive a nice little palette like this. So it's called the Dazzle and Glow, and let's have a look inside. It's got a lot of cardboard. Oh, how cute. Okay, so first up, it comes with this really funky looking brush. I don't think I've ever seen a brush that looks like this. It's got like eyeshadow at one end and then like a face brush at the other end. I'm guessing that's for like the facey stuff. And it is in the black packaging. Now I'm a little bit confused by this because I know No7 have gone to white packaging because it is easier to recycle. Black packaging is a lot harder to recycle. Not sure why, but that's what I've heard on the grapevine. You know, normally nowadays their packaging is very white. So yeah. So the two products I bought to get that, by the way, was their Hydroluminous Foundation and their Instant Radiance Under Eye Concealer. So I bought both of these. I used the voucher, got some money off, and I got the face palette for free. So these are two of my tippy top faves from No7. I can't be without them. Back to the face palette. So let's have a look inside. I mean, it's a very nice size. I will give it that. It definitely fits in your hand really well. And what's nice as well, because it is that plastic packaging, if you were to put this on like a makeup table, the mirror's not going to fall over. It stays open by itself. So you get what I'm going to say is like 5 eyeshadow shades, a blush and a highlight. They all look very, very pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's very cutesy. I have to say, like, the pink shades here are really giving me like Charlotte Tilbury vibes. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to play with this. So I might quickly give it a swatch. Okay, so this is the palette swatched. I do have to say, like, they are very light in pigment. They're not too heavy. I would probably end up using the blush and the highlight as eyeshadows as well, just because they do have a bit more pigment to them and they do look very pretty. The eyeshadows themselves have not shown up too well on my skin tone, but then I don't always go by swatches because a lot of the time eyeshadows can look better when applied to the eye than just being swatched on your arm. So I'm not really going to go by that. I'm going to go by whatever happens when I apply it to my face. So I do have a bit of blush and some highlight on today, but you can't, you know, it can't hurt to go in with a bit more. So I'm going to take the blush and I'm going to use the brush that came with it and just apply here. Okay, I'm going to say that is a really nice rosy tone. Okay, so I'm probably looking very clowny because I do have a few different blushes on today. I really actually like that. I think it's a really nice tone for my skin tone. It's like a dusty rose, I would say. I'm not sure how well it would suit multiple skin tones, but I do think it could be buildable, so there's that. I'm now going to take the highlighter and I'm going to use the same brush because they haven't given you a separate brush. Ooh. Okay, that highlight is blinding. I really, really like that. Yeah, I am really, really liking that highlight. I don't know whether I've gone in too much. Just going to try and tone it down with my sponge that's had my foundation and concealer on. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually really, really happy with the blush and the highlight. I think they're really nice. I think they are quite well pigmented. They give a nice warmth to the cheek. They give a nice glow from the highlight. I think this is a cute little palette. Obviously I need to test out the eyeshadows. I do have like an eye look today. Like I've literally just done mascara and winged eyeliner. I did have a business call this morning, so you know, it was like a Zoom call, so I had to look the part. Hence why I have a bit of makeup on. I think though I'm going to go in with this pink shade up here. I can always go over the liner again if it needs topping up. And I'm using their brush they supplied. Okay, so I didn't realise. I thought this was a matte like baby pink or like peachy pink. It's not. It's got like quite a bit of like a metallicness to it, which is very pretty. I definitely prefer like a different type of brush, and I think it's cute, but like how would you like pack this? Say if you were going away and you wanted to keep it together, there's nothing to like put the brush in to make sure you keep it with that palette. Yes, that's being picky. You could just put it all in a makeup bag and it's all going to stay together. I maybe would have preferred maybe a couple of brushes, so like 2 face brushes, because yes, that's good for like doing what you're doing, but then you're going to mix the shades up by dipping in the blush and the highlight. And I maybe would have preferred like a more fluffier brush and then like a packer type brush. So I think I'm going to go in with this shade up here. I think I'm going to change my brush. I didn't actually notice that shade do very much, so I went back in with the pink. I don't know, maybe if I'd used it as more of a transition shade I might have noticed something more from it, but I mean it didn't swatch the greatest either. but that's okay. So I'm going to go in with the pink, like, shimmery shade. And there is a lot of fallout from that shade. It might be one that you'll want to dampen down. I think I'm going to try it dampen down. So I'm just using my Too Faced setting spray. I'm not sure I like the eyeshadows. I haven't used the darkest shade. It's very messy in the pan. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of fallout on my cheek. Yes, dampening it down did kind of work, but then it's kind of gone a bit crusty looking. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Where I have gone over with the like pink metallic-y shade, I have kind of taken mostly away my eyeliner. So I'm just going to use the darkest shade to sort of bring it back a bit. And then I might just take some of that brown shade that didn't really do very much and just see if I can see it under my lash line. I might just take a bit of the blush. Okay, I need to tidy up my face because there is so much fallout. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. The weather has just changed. If the lighting's a bit different, it is like a torrential downpour outside. Okay, so I've tidied up. It has left quite a bit of like glitter on the cheeks. How do I feel? I don't think the eye look is too horrendous. It's quite subtly pretty. You know, it's kind of like cutesy pink. I do have to admit that I'm not overly impressed with the eyeshadow formula. I have definitely used better. It's just, it was really like crumbly, not very pigmented, quite crumbly, and then especially like the metallic one that I dampened down, like it did add more vibrance, but then it just looked really like crustified on the eyes. That could be user error, and what I mean by that is like I know what I'm doing with eyeshadows, but I had already done like an eye look with an eyeliner. I had already, you know, sprayed like setting spray down. I put concealer on my eyes, but I didn't use like my normal P. Louise eye base because I was being completely lazy, and I was just like, I can't be bothered to put an eye base on over the top of my eyeliner. Maybe if I had used an eye base, the eyeshadows might have performed a bit better. Maybe I will have to keep playing around with the eyeshadows in this palette and see how I feel. The blush and the highlighter though, I'm really impressed with. They are so beautiful. The blush is such a really nice dusty rose shade. The highlighter, blindingly beautiful. I really like those. But the eyeshadows, like the dark shade, actually work quite well as like smoking out like my lash line. Yes, I did already have liner on, but where I had put the eyeshadow over the top, it kind of lost it. So the darkest shade worked. It works as a shadow liner. This shade up here, I don't know whether it's just me, but I could not see it at all. I remember like when I was doing this eye, I could kind of see it, but it just looked really muddy. It didn't really hold any value to the eye look. The pink shades, like this one up here, is actually quite nice. It is a very soft pink. It does have quite a nice sheen to it. It's nice. This one I did actually use off camera when I was tidying my eye look. I quickly popped some in my inner corner highlight. It worked okay. But this shade, I didn't like it dry. It just crumbled all over my face. The fallout was horrendous. Dampened down, yes, it clung a bit better, but it just kind of looks a bit crusty dry. So yeah, I think my thoughts on this are I'm a bit disappointed because I normally love No7. I have a lot of No7 in my collection. Like, I love their foundations, I love their concealers, I've had a few lipsticks in the past that I've enjoyed. But in saying that, I think I'm not overly keen on their eye products. I'm not keen on their eyeshadows, and I'm not overly keen on their mascaras. So, I think they ace, like, face products. I think their face products are brilliant, but I think their eye products are just not for me. If you like a more subtly pretty eye look, then I think the eyeshadows in this palette could work for you. You can smoke it out with the darker shadow shade, and like I said, I like the blush and the highlight, but the rest of it I don't like. I don't think I would reach for this very often. I might pull it out when I want the blush and the highlight, but I can't see myself reaching for this very often. For the eyeshadows, they just didn't suit my need. They didn't suit my preference, which is such a shame because I thought this looked absolutely beautiful. The brush, I did really like the face brush side. That applied quite well. It's like a nice density that it's not too much, but it's not too little. It applies the product fine. The eyeshadow brush was okay, but it's not my favourite. I think I would have just preferred two separate brushes than this weird shaped one. It's like I have a lot of fallout all over my jeans from this. So this for me was not a win. Like, it's okay, like, if you like a subtly pretty look, but for me it just didn't wow me. And I think I've got to the point on my YouTube channel and my YouTube makeup career that products have to wow me now for me to be impressed. If they don't, it's a bit like meh. So yeah, that is the No7 Dazzle and Glow Face and Eye Palette. You can get it on offer whilst stocks last, and I think it goes through December at the moment. When you buy two No7 products, the voucher I think runs out on the 4th of December, so if you have one and you want to use it to buy two products, get £10 off and get the face palette, then you can. But yeah, all depends on personal style and preference. If you kind of like this subtly pretty look and you don't mind a bit of fallout, or you do your eyes first before your base, you might enjoy this, but for me it was just not for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.